Welcome back, Guardians. Happy Sunday. Happy kickoff to the NFL season. Go Jaguars. Let's get started. Today I'm going to talk about the Inferno Engine Solar Titan build. I don't know, I just came up with the name, alright? Who knows if it's copyrighted? Don't really care. That's the name I went with, so let's go. Today we're going to show you one of the hottest Titan builds I've run in Destiny 2. I call it the Inferno Engine. Now, excuse my mispronunciation of a lot of the words going forward. Kind of illiterate. Fox doesn't work well for me, but you'll get the idea, so don't judge too hard, right? With Pyrogale Gauntlets, every slam becomes a fiery cyclone. Consecration ignites entire rooms, and Finality's Auger keeps the damage rolling while you're on the move. Easy to pick up, fun to play, and deadly in raids, strikes, the portal, other seasonal activities. This is a really easy, fun build to use. Anyone can pick up and start using this immediately. There's no fancy tricks to it, so recommend going out there. If you haven't done it, do it. It's a good build. Now, why the build works. Pyrogale Gauntlets change your Burning Maul into a massive single slam that leaves behind a cyclone of fire. Nothing new, everyone already knows this. They also enhance Consecration, adding a swirling firestorm on the second slam. Pair this with Roaring Flames, which increases ability damage from each kill, and suddenly your grenades, hammers, and slams scale harder and faster. Finality's Auger then steps in as your turret-style heavy, consistent DPS even when you're moving through mechanics, and it's also really good at ad clearing in a lot of the rooms that you go into. So what's the subclass setup? Your super, Burning Maul, with the Pyrogale variant because of the exotic shoulder piece. Your melee is your throwing hammer, makes you radiant, and heals you whenever you're picking up the hammer. Your grenade, Incendiary, has Scorch, plus it ignites. Your aspects, Roaring Flames, stack and ability damage. Consecration, slide, plus your melee slam, ignites groups of adds everywhere. Fragments, Ember of Char, ignition, spread scorch. Ember of Combustion, super kills, cause ignitions. Ember of Eruption, ignitions hit larger radius. Basically, it's a larger area when they explode. Ember of Ashes, more scorch stacks, faster ignitions. Ember of Beams, super projectiles track better. Super projectiles being that after you do the single slam with the hammer, the little fire tornadoes are going to start tracking who they can and give you a little more damage once you're in there. So let's talk weapons and gear. Year-Tide Apex, Incandescent, which is your Scorch Spread, Demolitionist, which is your grenade regain, and Heal Clip, which basically sustains your life. Right? Don't get hung up on it. I found this weapon during the Solstice, and it's a super fun submachine gun. But really, anything with Incandescent that gives you massive amount of ad clear, that's really what you're looking for. Alternate weapon for me is Mint Retrograde. Mine has Chain Reaction plus Hatchling for a whole awesome level of ad clear when you go into a room. Also running the Apex and the Mint Retrograde as a submachine gun. Pulse Rifle allows you to do barrier and overload champs in every activity that you go into. Then obviously with Incandescent and Scorch, you're going to be able to damage every unstoppable in every encounter that you go into. For your heavy weapon, I recommend using Finality's Auger. It's the solar turret. It is great. You do not need the catalyst for this weapon to be great. If you have the catalyst, it's only going to make the weapon that much better. The build doesn't require Finality's Auger. However, it's I highly recommend for what it does. So let's talk about mods. Your helmet, Harmonic Siphon, ammo finders, your arms, heavy-handed firepower, your chest, really whatever piece, whatever encounter you're in, use the damage, resistance that's needed. For your legs, recuperation, innervation for clash, double bomber, and time dilation. So what's the gameplay loop? Like I said, this is not an overly complicated build. You can really, doesn't matter where your style of gameplay is. I'm not the greatest player in the world, but this is a great, fun build to use. So your gameplay loop. Throw in hammer, makes you radiant, buffs your weapons, and you heal when you pick up. So slide plus consecration, slam ignitions, plus your Pyrogale cyclone. So after you do the consecration slam, you're going to have additional fire cyclones floating around, killing additional ads. Toss your incendiary grenades. Your demolitionist is going to refund your grenades. Tide Apex with incandescent spreads scorch to extend the loop. Now, granted, if you're not a submachine gun person, any weapon with incandescent that can really clear a room, that's the route you want to go for. Drop Finality's Auger turret for hands-free DPS while slamming and grenading. So again, go into a room, shoot that turret up into the air, tell it either a specific target or an area you want to suppress, let it be a combat multiplier, go out there and just start spreading that incandescent and that scorch. Lots of grenades. If you're fighting a boss, your Pyrogale Burning Maul slam with combustion ignites. Do that single slam. The tornadoes are going to come out. If there's other ads, they'll go to ads. If not, the tornadoes will stare right there on the boss. Shoot your Finality Auger up, pinpoint that boss, and try to use your your other weapons to kind of go in and out. Now, granted, submachine gun and a pulse rifle aren't the best ad clear weapon, or correction, the best boss damage weapons, but you can still cause some damage while you're in there, right? So, what are some variations you can use, right? Or where can you use this build? So, portals, strikes, dungeons, raids, pretty much everywhere other than PvP or seriously challenging game modes to where you need other weapons to break the shields, right? So if you're walking into a room filled with arc, everything you have is solar, you may not do very well on harder content. So, adjust where it's needed. But the second you lose an incandescent weapon, you may start pulling away from what this build can fully do. All right. Other than that, you can really use this build everywhere you want to go. Everyone, pretty sure, already has this exotic armor. Wow, exotic arms. Whew. But like I said, it's not a complicated build. Everyone should have access to put the build together. Like, this isn't a really big secret. This was big a few years ago, but right now, I think Solar is making a pretty big comeback on the current season. All right. So with that, that's my Inferno Engine Titan build. Right. It's fun, flashy, brutally effective. Slam, ignite, repeat. It's a good time. So that's all I have for today. Remember, stay balanced, stay lucky, stay legendary, and we'll catch you next time.